YouTubers, this your boy Amari Points here, bringing you the latest movie review. Today I'm doing my newest movie review on the 61st Walt Disney animated film, Strange World. So this is basically about Searcher Clay, played by Jake Gyllenhaal, who honestly is living the peaceful life in Avalonia, uh, a fictional city, and when the mayor of Avalonia, played by Lucy Liu, Callisto Mal, comes to his family's home and asks him for help, they are off on an adventure to this new, interesting, strange world, as the movie is titled. But he runs into his father, Jagger Clade, played by Dennis Quaid, who hasn't been seen in at least 25 years. And when he sees them again, they kind of go off to a rough start, but they also, as the movie progressed, they understand each other. I kind of did enjoy this movie, but at the same time, I really didn't enjoy it. It was kind of bland. It was bland, in my opinion. It was really bland. But somewhat not bland. I honestly think younger kids will enjoy this, and some adults might not enjoy it. That's what I believe. I'm sorry. My mind is just not here today. I apologize. But all in all, this movie was just an interesting Disney movie that is kind of similar to the movie called The Land That Time Forgot. I think that's what it's called. I forget. I haven't seen it in a long time, so please forgive me. But it still has its kind of like fun elements to it in a way. Let's start off with the positives and negatives. First off are the positives is Jake Gyllenhaal playing Searcher Clade, Gabrielle Union playing Meridian Clade, the whole family itself. They were perfect. They were enjoyable and fun to watch, especially Jake Gyllenhaal. It's kind of new seeing him in a Disney animated movie, and he was in another Disney live action film called Prince of Persians. It's based off the video game that we played as kids, but it was still fun seeing him in this interesting, fun animated movie that honestly I was kind of shocked by. But still, it was fun. It was fun seeing him go to new lengths to play this different character that we kind of wasn't expecting him to play. But he really brought all of his A game into this character. Along with the rest of the cast themselves, they did fantastic with their roles and everything. Another positive is that, well, the meaning of like the movie, like, you can't always live up to your family's expectations. You gotta do what makes you happy and just cast your own shadow and do and make your own legacy that the world will remember you for. I can relate to that in so many ways because it's just something I can relate to. But all in all, this movie will literally start making you cry in a way, and seeing that almost made me cry. I will. You already know. If it's a Disney movie or a Pixar movie, it's gonna make you cry. It really is. I truly believe that if you honestly watch this movie, you will relate to the story so legit well, in my opinion. And also another positive is that, well, we get introduced to a new Disney sidekick by the name of Splat, as we saw in like the trailer and everything. His Splat is kind of like a funny Disney sidekick that I believe everyone is going to enjoy and just have a fun time with and everything. He Splat is legit funny, and I can say this, that everyone is just gonna remember this funny Disney sidekick. Like I myself, I'm definitely gonna remember him. He is just funny, enjoyable, and just very easy, just to have fun with. Especially knowing he's just part of the fam, part of the Clade family now. And that's it for the positives. On to the negatives. I kind of didn't like how some parts of the movie, some of the animation in this movie did look bland. I think they needed to really step up their game and honestly make sure that this was going to be a movie that was going to be fun and enjoyable to watch. I I honestly believe that if they worked really hard on the animation, that would have been fine. And another negative I have honestly, it just seemed like that there really wasn't a villain in this movie. Every Disney movie has a villain, but this one kind of didn't. It somewhat did in a way. Kalisto was kind of like playing a villain, but it still needed a main villain protagonist in this movie, which, in my opinion, it didn't really have. I think if they added a villain, it would have been okay. I really do believe that that villain, if there was a villain in this movie, it would have been great. Another negative I have honestly, just honestly, I can't talk today. I'm sorry, guys. Another negative I have is, that Searcher was kind of pushing his son to be something he wasn't, and that just didn't really seem right. I think if he just let him be himself, let his son Ethan be himself, that would have been fine. I think that's the main key, is to just let your child do what makes your child happy. And that's it for the positives and negatives. On to my rant. I thought that this movie, again, needed some work on it. It didn't really capture my interest because I almost fell asleep on this movie a couple of times because that's how legit bored I was with this. Disney, what did you do that honestly made me want to go to sleep on this movie? I really am expecting so much out of you. Some of the scenes in this movie I did enjoy, don't get me wrong. I hope that if they honestly, I hope if they work the next Disney film that comes out, which is going to be Disney Wish, I hope that they honestly learn from this movie because if they honestly work more on the next Disney animated film, it it needs to be magical. And also, at the beginning of the movie, we way before the movie starts, we see the new Disney castle logo, and honestly, you're gonna be shocked once you see it. You're gonna be shocked because next year is the 100th anniversary for Disney, and when you see that castle, you're gonna be blown away by it. It was awesome. I was really so happy to see it, and it made me excited to see Disney turn 100 next year. But all in all, this movie I think is perfect for the little kids and young teenagers, but for the adults, not so much. I think if they honestly put more work in it, it would have been appealing to the adults as well. I think that's what they needed to do. I really do believe that. Because they needed to work on it a whole lot more. And don't get me wrong, the rest of the cast themselves did great. Just the movie itself needed work, but it did deliver a good message, like I said before. If they honestly worked on the animation a little bit more, I would have been cool with it. And that's it for my rant. On to the rating. Cool. I give Strange World a solid C. Because I wasn't really into it, I almost fell asleep on this movie. Like a couple of times because that's how bored I was with it. But it was still an interesting, funny Disney movie. But all in all, the cast themselves were great. I loved the meaning of this good movie, of this okay movie-ish. but it, but all in all, it's just not a movie for like adults. I truly believe they need to work on this a little more to capture more of the audience's attention, in my opinion. If you go and see it, you'll see why I said this. You'll definitely see why I said it. Trust me, this is not a movie for adults to see. Probably kids and teenagers themselves, and many more. And that's it for my movie review, guys. Don't forget to like, comment down below on what you guys thought of Strange World. Subscribe and share with everyone you know. Press the little notification bell at the bottom of my video to get notified when my next movie review is going to be. I will see you guys soon. Take care and God bless. Peace.